Hey, what's going on, guys? Blunt Cuts here. This is a Watcher of Realms video. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We just had one of the biggest summoning weekends that we've had in Watcher of Realms for a long time, but we've still got a lot more coming up this week. Let's talk about what's going on in Watcher of Realms this week. So I mentioned the summons. They're still going. That is the first thing that we need to highlight. Of course, as of the time of this filming, we've got 12 and a half hours left on all three of these big banners that are out right now. We've got Talon, we've got Lyra, we've got Anora still. We have got Valderon and Ymiret. Good God, lots of amazing heroes that are still available for summoning. It has been an abnormal weekend. I've had phenomenal luck all weekend long. I'm looking to continue it into Monday. Maybe I can get one more lucky pull before I do close out this weekend. Fingers crossed. I will be putting out a summoning video where I do my last licks both on this account, on my main account, as well as on my free-to-play account, which is in the Forerunner server. So I'm going to be doing both of those in a single video. It should be out later this evening. Definitely encourage you all to check that out. Beyond that, we just finished, I believe, the second week of the new arena changes. I got to say, I got a little bit more engaged in arena this week. I'm not a fan. I don't feel like they changed anywhere near enough for this to be considered a real rework. The only thing that they've really accomplished in my mind is shaking things up a little bit. There's some new comps, things like that, but functionally, the arena is still almost the exact same map. Everything works almost the exact same way. They've added some stuff to it. I'd like to see some more substantive changes. I want to see new maps. I want to see some more variety. And as far as I'm concerned, what they've done has not done it. That being said, we are starting with AoE DPS this week. We will have single target coming up next, and the week is going to close out on anti-air arena. So I'm hoping to leverage my brand new Eovar into a comp there, and hopefully I can get some work done. We'll see how it goes. I know Ingrid, I think, is still relatively strong in anti-air as well. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to get in there and see what I can't get done. We are going into the second week of Guild Wars Season 8. My guild, we did win our first two matches, so we are likely going to be matched up against somebody pretty substantial in in the coming days. I would say more than likely it is going to be the Shire, which is going to be interesting. At the very least, get some good content out of it, and we can check and see exactly how the big boys are doing it. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, but you know, I do think that power level, they are probably quite a bit above us, but I have enjoyed the couple of matches that we've done so far. I'm hoping that does continue, but you know, functionally, again, kind of like Arena, we haven't seen substantial changes to GVG for quite some time now. I would love to see certain heroes boosted, things like that, both in GVG and in Arena on a temporary basis. One week you could have a special bonus to cultists. The next week you could say no Ingrids are allowed, that kind of thing. I think that would really shake up the game mode. I don't know why they haven't done anything like that, but I guess probably the whales don't want to do that would be my guess. But you know, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. They also have gone forward with the aforementioned nerfs to Abyss 1. Here's the bad thing. Here is the bad thing about that. They didn't actually nerf the boss at all. The boss functionally is exactly the same. The only change they've made is that now your guild does not need to earn quite as much blood in order to down the boss to earn 2 chests, which is nice. I think that it was a needed change. It was very, very close. And considering how difficult they have made this boss, and when I say difficult, what I really mean is that there is a very narrow selection of heroes that are functional in this game mode, and you need to have the right awakenings. You need to have a lot of awakenings. If we look at the world rankings here, I'd like you to find where's the first, the first comp that does not have a Solkadins in it? How far down the list do we have to go? How far? Keep on going. Keep on going. There we go. This is the first one right here. Jandid. I believe Jandid does make content as well, so go check him out. But 41,974. That is awesome. Good for him. I got to say that sucks, especially since he is only hitting the third highest chest, their second highest chest there. He's nowhere close. He still needs to bump up his damage by about 50% in order to get all the way up to the top chest here. That is abysmal. And then you just keep going down, and it is so many Solkadins. You need Solkadins. There's no variation in these teams. You expect there to be meta comps, of course, but it would be nice if it was more than just your roster being a determining factor for whether or not you can advance in this boss. So that is my perspective. You know, it is what it is. We do not have a new Immortal Codex that is coming in a week. So next week, we will be talking about a number of new codexes and one brand new codex the Mother of Crows, which is the CC Codex. I'm looking forward to that. Probably the biggest thing that has come out this week is the Tower of Deception. That is a big deal. This is a tower game mode. So the tower has a number of different stages in it. You can progressively advance through these different game modes, earning rewards. It is cool. There is a leaderboard. That is awesome. I do love that. You can see in my guild, a lot of folks have already kind of cleared to the maximum here. You can see there are a number of different rewards that are available here. You can kind of scroll through and see a bunch of them. Some decent stuff for sure. I don't know. This doesn't really seem like it is everything, but you know, it is something. It's like maybe you only get rewards every 5th one, but that's not the case. You can see them right here. You can see I get some rewards for that. So we will have to see how it kind of works out. I'm interested to get started on it. I haven't had a chance to really sink my teeth into it yet. Obviously, I haven't even cleared stage 1 to this point, but I am excited to get it going. Hopefully, I will have a guide out on it sometime in the near future. So please keep an eye out for something along those lines coming out from me. But I am excited they are adding more content to the game, which I've been asking for a very long time. So nicely done. Nicely done. I do appreciate that. And so while the current banners are ending today, we got 12 or so hours left on those if you are still trying to pull somebody. But we do have another really good banner that is coming up next week. It's going to be a Nightmare banner, HATSSUT and TWYLA, 2 of my favorite heroes in the entire game. There is going to be a 20x rate up on both of these heroes, on both rare and divine summons. That is great to hear. I love both of these heroes. Keep an eye out tomorrow for my advice on whether or not you should be summoning on this and what awakenings you should be summoning for if you are going to be summoning. Really cool. Both of these heroes are useful in a lot of ways. I think HATSSUT is probably the better hero of the 2. TWYLA did have kind of a shining moment in Guild Boss 2. She is a great boss killer, but unfortunately not as relevant in Abyss 1, which is where a lot of the focus is right now. So I don't think that she is going to be quite as desirable, but still a very good hero who I'm sure is going to be really good in a lot of content moving forward as well. Along with that, we will get a new skin for TWYLA, the Gears Gone Wild. I appreciate the pun for sure. But very much a steampunk stylized version of TWYLA will be coming out. It is going to be available from a time-limited bundle, which means that you're going to have to fork over some dough in order to get it. I won't be buying it, but I know some of you are real into the skin, and you might want to toss this one onto Watcher of Realms version of Harley Quinn and see how she looks with a steampunk aesthetic. With that said, I think that is most of the stuff that is going on this week. Let's go collect some rewards. Let's do some artifact summoning. Let's see how I make out this week. All right, so we're going to do the little stuff first here. I already took my Abyss 1 rewards, which I was very confident would not have anything significant in them. I feel like most of my soul stones actually come from Nightmare 3. So I feel like I can't really stop doing that because that would be insane. So nothing in Nightmare 4. Nothing in Nightmare 3, it looks like, either. When you get an epic chest first, I don't know that you can actually get a legendary chest after that. The legendary chest, if you're going to get one, is always first. So, yeah, at least that's been my experience. And I didn't get anything good out of the Drake's Chasm this week. Let's try our luck at Guild Boss 2, Apocalypse 1. Last week, I got way more ancient summons than I expected. I'm hoping for a continuation of that. Let's see a bunch of these in here right now. I want to see. There's an ancient. That's a good start. Show me a bunch more ancients. There's one. It's not last week. I think I got 3 or 4 on the Guild Boss 1 rewards last week. So I'm a little disappointed in that. I am always going to take these mythic artifact essences here. I think it is the best value in there, bar none. So that is what I'm going to do. And let's see how we can't make out on this one. So we got 2 ancients in the other one, and we got 1 this time. So that is super disappointing. I think I got 9 total last week. So this is garbage in comparison, but hey, I guess you can't win all the time, right? Again, I'm going to take this Mythic Artifact Essence Shards. I think that is the best value. That's going to put me, I think, at 33, so I can now get another Mythic Artifact Essence. I'm just going to stack up as many of those as possible because those exclusive artifacts are becoming more and more important as this game does age, so I want to get as many of those as possible. Next up, I got Void Rift rewards here. Let's see how we did. I haven't claimed them yet. I'm hoping for a skill crystal. For the first time in a long time, I am without enough skill crystals to level up the units that I did pull over the weekend, and it was a really good weekend for me. So I am right now focusing on Eovar, but I got more that I gotta skill up after that. I got Eunomia waiting in the wings, among others. So that is a little disappointing I didn't get one, but you know, more often than not, you do not. At least I get a couple more ancient summoning crystals. I will be at, looks like 20 when all is said and done. I do have 762 of these gleaming meteorites. Woo! Yeah, baby. Let's go do some exclusive artifact summoning. 19 of these, which is a little unfortunate because that means we're going to have to do 9 singles. But let's start off with a beefy 10 pull, and then we'll see what we get after that. There's a Kata, there's a Serpent's Kiss. I think that's 22, I think, from my Valeria one. I love Valeria. I really wish that she was still relevant someplace. One of my favorite heroes early on, and I think she still could be really powerful. She still does a ton of damage, but she's just so hard to keep alive that it does not make sense. Devs, if you are listening, I think that's something that could use a rework. Let's do some singles here, see if we can't pull a exclusive artifact that I actually want. Let's see what we got in here. Flux Pendant, not really what we were looking for. Not what we were looking for. Hello, game. It's a 20% chance here. Toss me an exclusive, please. Dragon Ball Goblet. I've gotten a lot of those. That and the Cadaver Dagger or whatever it is. Really, I've gotten so many of those, and I don't know. There we go. I think that is my level 25 Ajax artifact, which is great to see. Unfortunately, my Ajax is still a 0, and I just don't use him all that much. So, not going to get a lot of use. That is my second Anchor of the Damned in like the last week. Definitely don't need that either, but hell, you know, it's not at level 25, so it is something I need. And then the Euphoric Orb here, yeah, I've got so many of those I can't even count, so no need for that. Here, let's do a 10 pull of these Titan Forge as well. Let's see if we can't get lucky on something in here. I'm searching for more of Valderon's artifacts, but hell, I will take another Lord Phineas here. That's going to put mine at level 13. I want as many of those as possible because he is part of my Abyss 1 team right now. So this is only going to help me out. Should get this up to, I believe, 22% increased damage against targets that are inflicted with burning, which is wonderful. Hell yeah, I like that. Unfortunately, I don't need any of the other ones here. Wailing Skull is just kind of superfluous for me at this point. I've got a bunch of them just sitting there, and I don't really use them anywhere anymore. So we'll do these last few here, and we'll see. How we doing? How we looking? Nothing good. So that is that. In any case, guys, I do hope that you had good luck this weekend. If you haven't, and you are still summoning, good luck. I hope you do get what you're looking for before the end of the night. Please do sound off in the comments. Let me know what you're looking forward to this weekend. And yeah, how you feeling about HATSSUT TWYLA coming up this weekend? That is an exciting one. I still need 2 copies of HATSSUT to get her to A5. TWYLA got an A2. Don't know that I really need to get her any higher personally, but more on that in my Should You Summon video coming out tomorrow. In any case, y'all, appreciate you tuning in. Good luck again. I will catch you all next time.